All right, welcome back and a very happy day to everybody who's checked in right now. That's Chef Sanjeev Kapoor with me, and this is 100 Hour 100 Stars. This is our efforts to actually raise funds for the COVID-19 warriors, people who are on frontline chefs, and to actually go ahead and donate to the PM Care Funds. We've got QR codes and links everywhere across. Just click on the screen and you will be good to go. So let's start with this. Chef, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, thank you very much. And what a great initiative. Thank you for having me on this show. Really a privilege. And I wish and hope and pray and urge people to donate more and more towards this cause.
This is fantastic. So, Chef, let's start with the very first question. How has this lockdown been for you? How is life in lockdown for you?
Actually, what I must admit is that with each passing day, it gets better. Because I think two things have started to happen. That with each passing day, the day seems better, and hope also becomes more. So I think that's a very good sign that you get used to it more, and second that you start to see brighter things more and more. So yeah, it's been I wouldn't say it's been piece of cake, but I would definitely say that. It's much better than what we first heard of it, than what it has turned out to be. I would say that it's been better than what I had earlier thought it to be.
All right, that's a wonderful thing. Chef, how is the YouTube channel going on? How is your life going on? What are the projects that you're working on, and how is it just been affecting you? What is life with you now?
So definitely there are a few things where we have no business. So restaurants, we have 70 restaurants worldwide. Most of them are shut. I have a cookware company, Wonder Chef. All the shops are shut. But we have a TV channel, Food, that's up and running. We have our YouTube channel, Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana, that's up and running. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. We are creating content. And there is work that is happening there. There are certain projects that I've been working on. There's a lot of thinking that I'm doing, and there's a lot of cooking that I'm doing, right?
This is fantastic. This being a chef has its own perks. Cooking becomes a little bit more easier for you. Having food becomes way more happy. Okay, chef. Quick question: since you are at home. How are you dividing your time with your family and your work? That's like one very important question. How you are balancing your life?
Actually, it is, I would say in these times of lockdown, it's family first time. So I would say that it's first family gets preference. And even in the work, fortunately, all of us, we work together. So my wife works with me, my daughters, they also have recently joined us. So it's, I would say that lines are blurred and thin, but it's fun that we are able to cook together, have fun together, play together, watch movies together, and also work together. So I think for us, it's been a good ride so far.
This is fantastic. Now, Chef, we got to talk about things which you've accomplished during lockdown, because a lot of people have finally done things that they've been waiting and pushing forward, and now they have the time. So what are those things that you've accomplished while you were in this lockdown period for yourself?
So I would say that one of the first things that I did, it's not that I was waiting for that, but it just happened. One of the first things that I realized that since hospitals were getting ready, and in Mumbai we have Kasturba Gandhi Hospital. When I first heard of that, living in Mumbai, I had not heard of that hospital. And we thought that we need to reach out to the medical staff there and start feeding them. And I thought that as it was just a thought when this lockdown started. And I would say that we were the first ones to think of that and execute that with Taj Group of hotels. I joined hand with them through my friend Puneet, who is the MD of Taj Group, and we started cooking for hospitals in Mumbai, and then we started cooking for medical staff in Delhi and in Bangalore, and now migrant laborers also. So, for instance, in Mumbai, we're cooking for about 45,000 meals every day. It's just in
Wow.
Mumbai, and of course, I've been able to put few restaurant owners, few caterers in different parts of India, and all in all, I would say that we've been able to feed millions of people, fortunately, and I'm so happy that I could. I could kickstart that, and now I would say that it's reached a stage where there are many more people who are doing that. And it's always a good feeling that when you're able to accomplish something like that. So I would say that that's the most important thing for me. And I would say for me personally, if I were to look at this, that oh, we can't go to office. What do we do? So we created a concept where we said, okay, separated by distance, but united by nations. And we created a series of cooking videos for United States where we cooked,
Wow.
yeah. So we cooked at home, converted this place into a virtual, I would say, a studio where all of us, my wife, my daughters, and I, we filmed, we cooked, and a typical filming that in studio where we would normally have anywhere between 60 to 70 people, we accomplished that with between four of us. So which is fantastic.
Oh.
Which is fantastic.
This is so cool, doing new things. This is how life is. Is this the new normal for you, chef? Is this what is going to be like for a few more weeks and months on the end?
I think that's what it looks like. I think that's what we should be doing, and I think that's what the expectation is, because it's not that the lockdown is something that, oh, you open everything up and virus say, okay, bye bye, I'm going because you have just opened and now time for me to go. I don't think it's that's going to happen. So we need to be more careful. We need to be more prudent. And the only way is to maintain social distancing. And if there are things that we can achieve from home, if there are things that we can do while sitting at home, I think that would be smart. And at the same time, sitting at home does not mean being unproductive, because I think when as someone who has to take care of many families, many employees, and many people, we have to make sure that the economy keeps on running. Which means that we need to transact business, it means that we need to feed many more people, and that means that we have to learn to find new ways of delivering things. I did a live show, a cooking show, which normally would be done live, and this was a show for audiences in Chennai, and
Wow.
we did that, and we realized that it was such a hit because normally when there's a large crowd, people may not actually get a chance to ask questions. But here they were asking questions, and I could take their name and
Yeah.
I could do that. Probably the only thing is that maybe they did not get a selfie with me, but I'm sure that sometime I'll make up for that. But other than that, I think it's been fabulous. I've been able to engage with students from many colleges. I've been able to speak to many different people through webinars, tell them what standards of hygiene for restaurants, safety for restaurants, colleges, catering college students, what should they do. The restaurant industry, according to me, is the best time where it'll be slow, but there are many people who can turn entrepreneurs. They can fulfill their dreams. So I've been I can tell you I've been doing a lot, and
Wow.
actually I haven't seen TV, no show, not even one.
Oh God, this is going to be a tough one. Chef, you had probably the most productive time ever I've heard from anyone. This is fantastic. This is so cool. Absolutely, absolutely inspired by you, Chef. This is fantastic. Now, moving on, Chef, I got one more question for you. Now, this is about food hacks. You are a chef. You've been in the kitchen, off the kitchen, learning things, doing things, experimenting with things. for so long. I would want some droplets of wisdom from you. Okay, so right now let's talk about leftovers because that's the biggest topic everybody's talking. What is that one thing that you would do with leftover food that people can do as the same?
So it depends on what is left over. So typically, what people are doing is they are not cooking too many things because it's cumbersome. Because you have to then do the dishes, do everything, do prep, and do shopping and all of that. And I would say that whatever is left over, it's very easy to convert that into something new, and that does not take too much. It just takes a little bit of courage and little bit of I would say imagination, not too much. So let's say for example, if there was chawal and dal that was left over, right?
Yeah.
Simple thing. There was chawal and dal that was left over. Then next day I can say that if one were to look at making roti chapati paratha, so take that wheat flour and put dal into that leftover dal and dough. You make it with that, and you certainly have a paratha which is healthy, which is very delicious, and there's no leftover dal.
Wow.
Now
Yeah.
look at rice that is left over. It can be converted into many different things. You can temper the rice in many different ways. If it is plain rice, you can add a little bit of chilies, a little bit of capsicum, onion, and chili paste, and a little bit of tomato ketchup, and convert into a Mexican style spicy
Wow.
rice. You can do it. Traditionally, we've been used to tamarind rice and lemon rice. All that is a possibility. But what you can do is, if you have some potatoes or sweet potatoes, you can boil sweet potatoes, take cooked rice, and spice it up and make it into a tikki or a burger tikki.
Oh yeah.
And cook it. It's rice really works well with potatoes and sweet potatoes also. Just spice it well, and maybe a slice of cheese on top. Put it in buns, and you have a nice leftover. But it's not leftover, right? It's
It's a brand new dish.
exactly, it's a brand new dish. So it is. I think you have to have the courage, one, because if you're
Yeah.
not tried, right, then what happens is that people are afraid. There is a fear of failure, right? That, oh, what if it goes wrong? So here's my thing: if it goes wrong, blame it on me. If it goes right, take all the credit, right? So yeah, but go ahead and try something new. Have that courage, and I think if anyone, if it is for a family, and if other people find any fault in anything new that you tried, then give them a warning that next time you are cooking, only you are cooking.
All right. I knew this conversation is going to be a little difficult with you, is because every time you would mention food, I would start watering in my mouth. And this actually happened. You started talking about food, you started talking about leftovers, and now I'm all like salivating in my mouth and I'm like all hungry now. Though before calling you 10 minutes ago I had my food. But I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
hungry. Yeah, but I'm still hungry and I'm like, okay, once I'm finished with this conversation, I'm going to go back into the kitchen and start making again. Okay, now, Chef, we have another section called Sizzling Servings. These are going to be questions that have no definite answer. But since you are a person of authority and you are a chef who's been there since a very long time, your word shall be the law right now. Okay? So we're going to start with a very easy question. When chefs say easy recipes, who is it easy for? Because finding ingredients is the toughest thing ever. So
Sure.
why is it that?
So if it is Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, when he says it's easy recipe, that means easy for people who are watching it. Others, I don't want to comment.
Okay, Chef, you're the most jovial person on this planet. I've seen you as a child, I've seen you now. You've always been smiling. There has never been a picture of you where you've not smiled. Okay, so this is going to be a little difficult. What is that one food dish you will cook for someone who's crossed you or made you upset?
If someone has made me upset, why would I cook for that person? That person has to cook for me. Why should I do all the work? That person has to cook for me and make sure that I smile. No, I think I would still ask. I would still ask that what would please you? There must be something wrong that I have done, and I would ask because I don't want to go on a blind date with that person. I want to make sure that I do everything right. I don't want to do on second chance if anyone is given. Then make sure you make amends. You do everything right. I would go ask with folded hands. What would you like to eat? Give me a chance. I will please you.
Oh, this is the most amazing answer anyone could give. Chef, last question in Sizzling Servings. Is biryani veg or non-veg? We had this conversation while the biryani journey was on.
Yes.
Now let's again put a video to it and let's put a mohor to it. Is biryani veg or non-veg?
Okay. So it's I would say that people are vegetarian or non-vegetarian.
Oh.
People eat. I am a vegetarian. Dishes don't know. Dishes. A goat is a vegetarian. A person is a non-vegetarian who eats that goat. So go ahead and decide whether biryani is vegetarian for you or not. It will depend on who you are. If you are a vegetarian, biryani is vegetarian. If you are non-vegetarian, biryani would be non-vegetarian.
This is the most diplomatic answer anyone could give me.
Yes.
Best answer ever. Chef, you finally put the end to all of these conversations and arguments once and for all. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. I have to say one more thing, that during this period, one of the things that disturbed me a lot was rumors, fake news. There's a lot of that's been floating around. So actually, a few of us, a few friends, we teamed up. My singer friends, Hari Haran, Roop Kumar Rathore, and a few other 10, 15 of us. We actually wrote a song. We sang that song. And we've created a video to stop this virus of rumors. It's called Chappa Chappa Afwa Chale, Chappa Chappa Afwa Ruke.
Oh, this is latest news. Gotta go ahead and check this song.
That's you must check it. It's on YouTube. We have put it on YouTube, so you must listen to it. Chappa Chappa Afwa Ruke, and we did a take on it. We did a TikTok challenge with it, and where if somebody sent you a message which was fake and it had a human in it, we would say that okay, take your chappal, and so it was chappa chappal challenge, and we got millions of people reacting to that. So chappa chappal challenge, and since that worked really well for us. Now there is a new song which we are working on, and there are many more people now, including Kapil Sharma is on board. We have Mika Singh.
Wow!
Oh yes.
Wow.
Actually, no, I didn't tell you that. No, it's under wraps. We are not talking about it.
Okay, we're gonna keep it a secret.
Yes.
Alright, talking about good things, we must also remind everybody who's watching this that this is 100 stars, 100 hours, 100 stars. This is a pledge that we are doing, helping the frontline workers who are working and helping us during these pandemic times. Once again, the way to go ahead and contribute to the PM Fund Cares is on the screen. So go ahead, click on the screen, go ahead and pay and make as much as you can, donate as much as you can. Now, Chef, since we were talking about TikTok also, right here, right now, I would want to ask you a couple of questions. This is called the lockdown bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got to tell me, are these the 5 activities that you've done during the lockdown? And if I guess all these 5 activities from you, you got to give me one secret style of your cooking. That's it.
A secret?
Secret style of cooking that you have not disclosed to anybody. Okay?
Done.
Right. Okay. Very first thing. Have you made the dalgona coffee?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So no, because I did something better. Because this is a time, so dalgona coffee is cold. This is virus time. You have to stay away from cold. So I did a take on dalgona coffee with turmeric and milk, our Indian style, which is much healthier, much better than what dalgona coffee is. So In some sense, I did it, but I did it with turmeric and milk.
Okay, so yeah, I get 1 point here.
Yes.
Okay. Second question: have you done video calls with your family,
Yes.
like everybody on one screen?
Yes.
Right. Have you done video calls with your colleagues with formals on top and shorts on the bottom?
You want me to stand now?
Can you stand there? Stand here, really? Oh God, shit, this is so much fun. Surprising, stand on shorts, even I am on shorts. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, have you played Ludo?
Uh, Actually, we played Housey. Ludo, I played not full game, but yes, with my daughter, part of that because she was playing with the computer, so I was playing uh, as as her partner. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
half point. Okay, no, maybe one full point. Yes, we can.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Have you lost time at home? Assume that it's a Monday, but it was actually a Thursday.
Sorry, who are you? Where are we?
Okay, I did get 5 on 5. I
You
got
get
five.
five out of it.
Yeah. So give me one secret trick of yours that you generally do while you are cooking in the kitchen.
Okay, so I'll give you this trick. I can cook in my sleep. So next time you're sleeping, just dream that you're in the kitchen and start cooking whatever you want. And next day in the morning, when you go into the kitchen, you will see that dish is actually cooked. Try it tonight in your sleep.
That's what's going to happen. I'm not going to sleepwalk. I'm going to go ahead and sleep cook. Alright. Okay, chef, it's summertime and this is the time to actually have cool things. So could you give us a recipe for a cool dessert or a cool drink that people can have in the summertime?
So anything Sanjeev Kapoor has made, just
Yeah.
make that. It's actually cool.
Ooh, that
Uh,
is.
so so I would say that this is a good time to have. I actually melons are in season, right? So what you can do is you can have a nice melon mint and ginger drink. So you just take watermelon, take a handful of mint leaves, and take a little bit of ginger. Don't tell that you're adding ginger because some people say, "Oh, you're adding ginger." No, you just don't disclose. Don't disclose
Okay.
that, and just put that in blender. If you want it cold, don't put ice. Take pieces of watermelon, put it in the freezer for some time. They'll start to freeze, right? And then blend it. It'll become a nice slush. It'll become kind of a nice cocktail that you can have a
Ooh.
slush kind of a thing. Put it
Yeah.
in a nice champagne saucer. So it's like
Mhm.
kind of a watermelon daiquiri kind of a thing that you will get. But do add some mint and ginger to it. Outstanding. If watermelon is not too sweet, you can add a little bit of sugar to it, but otherwise, don't need to add anything.
All right, brilliant. That's pretty much what it is, chef. We're coming to the final leg of the conversation, and before I can, say a tata goodbye to you, I've got this very important question. The minute the lockdown gets over, the minute the self isolation, social distancing, everything comes to a halt. Life becomes the way it was in Jan and Feb. What is the first thing that you would want to do?
First thing that I would want to do is actually we've been away from our colleagues who I work with. We spend so much time, and it's because anyone that you work with, it become a part of your extended family. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to meeting the extended family first.
Surprisingly, the manager did say the same thing that chef is going to answer this.
Really?
Yes, I'm not even kidding. He said that, and I was like, oh my god, this is so fun. All right, chef, thank you so much. This is so nice. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Once again, guys, this is 100 hours, 100 stars. We had Chef Sanjeev Kapoor with us. Chef, thank you so much for giving us your time. I hope you're safe. I hope you take care of us, and we would also take care of ourselves. Thank you so much, Chef.
Thank you very much. And anyone who is watching, do not forget to do your best, give your best, and donate as much as you can, because that is the best thing that we can do. And everyone who gives the most, maybe sooner or later we'll meet, and maybe I'll get a chance to cook for them.
Oh, this is on video for us. Oh, thank you so much, Chef. Thank you so much. You have a great day ahead, and we will see you soon. Bye bye, Chef.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
नमस्कार खौतीजरात, मैं हूं आपका लव कोच राहुल माकिन, दिल्ली के नंबर 1 रेडियो स्टेशन फीवर 104 एफएम से। एंड आई होप आपको ये 100 आवर्स 100 स्टार्स बहुत अमेजिंग लग रहा होगा। कहते हैं इश्क एक तरफ हो तो सजा देता है और दोनों तरफ हो तो मजा देता है। तो हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपको अच्छा लग भी रहा है कि नहीं, है ना? उसके लिए आपको हमें लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर, कमेंट सब कुछ करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। सो प्लीज़ इसे देखिए और आगे भी शेयर कीजिए और हमें फीडबैक भी दीजिए कि कैसा लग रहे हैं आपको ये 100 आवर्स 100 स्टार्स के धमाके।
All right, welcome back and a very happy day to everybody. That's Tara McDonald and this is 100 Hours, 100 Stars, an initiative by the Radio Fraternity, by Radio 1. We're trying to raise funds for the COVID-19 warriors who are on the front lines, and every detail about this fund and how you can share and how you can pay and how you can contribute would be on the screen. Now let's get jumping into this. Tara, how are you doing today?
I'm really well, and you know, I'm so happy that I'm healthy, you know, and enjoying the lockdown. Weirdly, it's nice to be home.
I mean, it's every single artist's dream come true. Getting all the time in the world. All right, working on music, working on yourself, doing everything. So tell me, Tara, how is this lockdown, the self-isolation for you? How has that been?
In the beginning, I've been in self-isolation now for over 2 months, so it's quite a long time. So in the beginning, I was, like everybody, very scared. You know, you're positive all the time, but underneath that, there's this kind of terrifying presence of this virus. So I didn't really do anything creative for the first few weeks. I got sick. We don't know, maybe I had the virus. I was in bed for 3 weeks. And in the beginning, I was really sad because all my tours and everything's cancelled, you know, and I think it's probably going to be cancelled for the next year. But then I found my groove. I really got my groove. So cooking, baking. I've been working in the garden, and then now I'm used. This is like normal now, the new normal. A few months into this lockdown in the UK, so. Now I'm starting to create again and make music, and so that's a really nice thing. It means that my head I've processed what's going on now, so now I'm able to create. So I'm happy.
So how was this transition like for you? How were the nights? I mean, a lot of people right now are very anxious about the entire situation. So how did you process this? How did it go from that Tara to this Tara?
I think it was time, you know. Human beings are so resilient and we adapt to change quite quickly. And mentally, it's a lot to process. You know, the news cycles are, you know, terrifying. Rightly so, it's terrifying because the world has never seen this global pandemic before. So it's a new thing. But how did I manage it? I think cooking for me has really been something very soothing. You know, I can cook for my partner in the house, and it's a self-love thing, you know, and it's a way of loving somebody else by giving them good nutrition and something delicious to eat. So that for me has been a real godsend. Plus I have a dog. And so she's having a sleep, so I would show you her. Okay. Like, I think companion animals she's helped me a lot through this crisis. Actually, this is probably her favorite time in her life because we're home all the time, we're playing all the time, you know. So for her, it's like bliss. You know, she's got no idea about what's going on.
This is so cool. So, Tara, do you have like a special spot in the house where you spend your time, apart from spending time in the kitchen and cooking new delicious dishes? Do you have like a special spot where you and your partner and your dog like take time outs from each other?
Yeah, I've got a studio. So I recently bought an old house. It's like 250 years old. So it's a real labor of love. There has been so many things that have gone wrong with this house, mostly when I'm on tour. Like someone will look at me and go, your roof is leaking. And I'm like, what next? You know? Luckily, I had all these problems fixed before the virus started.
Yeah.
But I created a studio in the basement. So that's really my time there. And I've got an exercise bike that I bought and been on it a few times. I always do this, right? I do everything 110%. So the first day I did an hour and my butt was so sore. A week off from it.
Oh, this is literally every person out there. You would go 110%, work out for an hour and a half, and then for the next 5 days you would be so sore, and then you would just keep on eating and eating.
I would have to sit on a cushion. Now my butt is getting used to it, so I'm on it a lot more now. And we had beautiful weather for a change in England this weekend. Why I'm red, because I'm very, very white. I'm like Casper the Ghost, and I went out in the sun. Now I'm red. So, but I took my bike out there, the exercise bike, and I'm lucky to have I've got a little garden. So I was, you know, doing that and staying in the sun and getting the vitamins. And yeah, it was really peaceful. And the other thing that I'm kind of enjoying now is I feel closer, more connected to nature. You know, you probably seen on the news, the air is getting cleaner, the oceans are getting cleaner. Like even though this virus is so deadly and terrifying, it's doing, in a way, something really beautiful for the planet. You know, and for nature, and I've got so many birds in my garden that I feed, and they're all in every morning. They fight over the food, and they just things like that I wouldn't normally have the time to appreciate. You know.
So you've literally found a new appreciation towards life, towards nature. Do you think this is going to be a new lifestyle, Tara? You know, apart from your work, you're going to still give more time to the nature, and you're going to go ahead and do more things like this?
Yeah, we have an expression, I don't know if you say the same, but like green fingers is when you're good with plants and gardening. So I've been trying to develop green fingers, and I'm doing like a zero waste kitchen because I'm cooking from scratch all the time. So, you know, when you're cutting carrots, if you keep the tops, you can grow the leaves and then you can eat them in salad. So I was like, free food in lockdown. This is I'm doing it with everything. I've got, like, you can eat the leaves from onions and, you know, all this sort of, I never in a million years thought I would be talking to you about carrot tops. But it's something new to do. It's exciting to see something grow. And if people have got kids, it's really, you know, you can get them interested in plants and that kind of thing as well. Top tip.
Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, but Tara, you've been an indie artist. You've collaborated with some amazing DJs out there. You've got your own songs going on. There's a long list of singles. Now, the thing is, you have started from scratch. Like your cooking, even your career started from scratch. You did everything by yourself. So there are a lot of... yeah. So like a lot of indie musicians out there who are watching us right now, they would want to get inspired. They would want to do things because lockdown has literally brought everybody's morale down. But there are people like you who are lifting people up. So what is that one trick or what is that one tantra mantra that you have in your head for every single indie artist out there?
I'm going to give you a quote by the late, great Audrey Hepburn. And she sums it up in kind of one word. The word impossible. If you cross out the I and M, it's possible. And honestly, that has been so true through my entire life. So many people told me, I'm the only person from my family to have a career in entertainment. So there was no one to give me stuff. And everyone just thought I was dreaming and it was never going to happen. And then after featuring with DJs like, David Guetta and other electronic musicians, people said to me, you'll never get your own artist album.
Oh, yeah.
And it's impossible. You're known as a featured artist or whatever. And when they say impossible, I just cross out the I am and I'm like, it's possible. You have to pick it up for yourself.
So the way to look forward, or the way to go forward for every indie artist right now, is to just keep on doing things what they're doing and wait for the right time. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say wait. There's always going to be timing that comes, but now, the world is in lockdown. So actually, you've got more chance of being seen by somebody. And I'll tell you how I got my first break with the Axwell record was by singing in an acoustic club. I was working with a pianist, and it was kind of like gospel-y music, and it was, songs from the heart. And someone saw me singing at this tiny venue in London, and it was through Universal Publishing, and they were like, we're interested in you and your songs. So I went in for a meeting. They gave me the track for Axwell, and I wrote that, and then it was the first hit. So, there must be some really good like singer-songwriter venues that are doing online events for artists in India, and find those and send in your material. And if they say no straight away, don't worry. Just keep doing it. Watch your videos back, see how you think you can do it better, critique yourself. And,
Yes.
the only thing that's stopping you is you. So push yourself forward. Everything is not impossible. It's possible.
So cool, Tara. This is so cool. Okay, I think it's time that we should get Dasu on our call right now, because it's going to be absolutely fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually add him. Let's see if he does reply. We've got Dasu here. Let's add. And let's see if he joins in. We've got...
Come on.
Oh, yes, he did join us.
Hey.
Hey, how are you? Okay.
Can you guys see me?
No, not yet. I think you need to switch on your video.
All right, there you go. What's up, guys?
And there he is. What's up, Dasu? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Okay, since both of y'all are here, let's talk about skeletons. Even I'm wearing a t-shirt which has skeletons on it, right?
That's dope, man.
It's fossils, that's all right, but it's skeletons, right? So tell me, how did you come together? How did you start collaborating? How did you meet? How did that happen?
Tara, you want to go first? You go first.
Well, I wrote this song, Skeletons, and I sent it to Sunil, who is the head of my label in India, 9122, shout out. And I really wanted to, the whole thing about my album project was mixing different cultures. And actually it was Sunil who said, I've got this guy that's absolutely amazing. His name's Dasu. Check out some of his music. And so I did. I was like, oh my God, he's got to be on this project.
Thanks.
You knocked it out of the park. And then we were in touch, and you delivered everything so quickly. Like, I was so shocked.
Yeah, so I got this record, right? And it's in my email, and Sunil, obviously he's managing me in India and pushing us for international music in India. So that's a big thing for him. So I hope that keeps doing well for him. So we've been in touch since Universal Music. He signed me when he was a vice president there. And, I've always been in touch with him. So I'm in Miami, like sunny Miami, and he sends me this record and I'm like, all right, let me check it out. So the first time I hear it, I'm like, whoa, this is like an amazing opportunity for me to get out of the comfort zone of R&B that I usually do, but at the same time still be able to like bring some elements of my style in. So honestly, it took me about half an hour to just get a groove on it, and I sent like a different idea to them, and Tara was like, oh, amazing, I love this, you do this instead of this, and I think the record was done in like a week or something, I don't know. Yeah, it was.
When I sent you the comments, it was literally like an hour or 30 minutes later, I got this new vocal. I was like,
Yeah, and man, to be honest with you, like the way these things work is like me and Tara never met, never spoke, but at the same time, it looked like the record felt like, for me, it felt so organic. It felt like we've been friends for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
So that's an amazing thing. Like I love that about music, and like I hope we keep working, and you know, we'll keep making good records, obviously.
So cool, so cool. Okay, so since you both are here, all right, since both of y'all are here, I suggest that let's do a little bit of skeletons right now. And I wish I had a little bit of makeup on. I wish I had a little bit of makeup on. And I could do the entire dance and stuff like that. But
That was sick, by the way.
yes, it was. The video is so amazing.
Thanks, man.
you guys are making me sick. You know, I've already said it's raining here. Just
Oh yeah, it's
fantastic.
super sunny over here in Miami. How's it in Mumbai, man? It's all right.
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, I'm in Delhi right now. I'm not in Mumbai.
Okay. How's
Yeah.
it over there, man?
So Delhi is actually 41 degrees right now, and it's hot. It's absolutely hot.
Are you
Yeah.
guys actually allowed to like go out yet, or not? Not right now.
No, we're just allowed to go out for our essentials, and that's what we do. So if I have to get fresh vegetables or if I have to get any grocery, that's the only time I get out. So in a week, I get out of the house only for say 45 minutes tops. That's it, and then I'm done. I come back home immediately. That's it. Nothing else.
Don't you guys just miss that? Like going to restaurants, like being around people. Like Tara, I know I've been watching your Instagram stories. You're always on that vegan diet, so that's pretty dope.
Cooking.
Yeah,
It's a new passion. Like I'm such an addictive kind of personality that I go into something, I go in hard, like all guns blazing.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I'm cooking.
Because I guess as artists, we're very passionate about things, you know, so we have to go all out, you know. I mean, at the same time, like, do you think the world is ever gonna stay the same, or it's gonna be different from now on? Like, it's so like this whole time has been so like insane. Like, obviously, like for the first few weeks, I was like super anxious, and I didn't know what like. You know, it's super. You go outside, you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So like, I hope the people that watch this like don't watch the news. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do you ever feel like you're in a zombie movie? Because I walk outside, I see someone walking towards me, and I go cross the street. Normally, I'd never done.
Honestly, like since January started, it's been a roller coaster. And like I read a tweet when this was going on, and they were like, "All right, when are the aliens gonna come out now?" Like it was just crazy because like what else is there left, you know?
Talking about aliens, Pentagon just released a couple of pictures of UFOs.
Yeah, yesterday I saw that. Yeah, man.
I really believe in aliens.
The U.S. Navy actually caught a UFO. The U.S. Navy caught a UFO, 2 of them, which is crazy. It's insane. It's insane.
Like, obviously not now, but I will be. There's a really good series on Netflix called Ancient. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's incredible.
I'm good. Tara, we gotta make a song called Aliens pretty soon. I'm just saying.
I've written one. I've already written one, actually. I'll send it to you.
Oh my God, you gotta get me on it then.
It's about the Halloween, you know, spooky stuff, and aliens. But we should.
Cool.
I'd love to perform skeletons for you now, but how should we do? Should I play it from here?
Yeah.
Sound sync up well, do you think? We might have a latency, maybe. Let's do it and see what happens.
Best. Yeah, let's try our best.
Just everybody. Woo! Through dirty windows, I keep that picture so blurred out in the shadows. So you see out of focus, head on my pillows. I keep them rattling red chips, I hear the echoes, echoes, echoes. Why, why, why? Oh my gosh, go ahead. I try. take much. So I. It's just some things you can never know. Just some things you can never know. Just some things you can never know. Precious house, leave it all alone. Closet of skeletons. Not in the phone. Eyes open wide, terrified. I can't hide from my skeleton.
That dropped sick.
I love the bass.
Yeah.
From my skeleton.
You can't hide. What's all these feelings? Can I hide? I like your vibe. I know it's easy for you to get inside my mind. I know it's scary how well you read my moods. You wanna use me, use me, use me. Why? Oh my God, why haven't I tried? So high up, I can't even come down. I lie. Just some things you can never know. Just some things you can never know. Just some things you can never know. Woo! Sick. So the whole time when I was doing it, I couldn't hear your beat.
The time delay. You was after you. So we had two Dasus, which I'm sure is every woman's fantasy, right?
I think when we talk at the same time, one of the mics gets shut off or something. So
yes, it does. It does probably. But nonetheless, it did sound fantastic. It was amazing.
Thanks.
First time.
Tara, that was sick. Tara, you did an amazing job.
But after this lockdown, this is what I can't wait. We have to perform it live.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I've been talking to Sunil. I really want to go to India and perform this song with you. I think it has to be done.
And you have to come too.
Oh, yeah. Listen, us three right here, we'll get on stage. He'll dance, and we'll sing, right? How about that?
I will host that show. I will.
Yeah, if you'll have us, man. If you'll have us, we'll definitely be there.
I'll definitely do it. Because I tell you something, I've never been to India.
Yeah, you need to go.
I know. And I dated an Indian guy, a Punjabi.
I'm Punjabi.
Hey,
Yeah.
you have the best food. I love Punjabi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the black dal. But yeah, I dated this guy for nearly 10 years and he never took me to Punjab or anywhere in India.
Wow.
I was like, are we going to go? No.
Well,
We didn't.
Another Indian guy will take you to Punjab. Don't worry.
Because I've been to a lot of places in Asia, Sri Lanka, and I'm just desperate to go to India. So let's do it with Skeleton.
The last time I did a show in India, EVC, it was like a pretty big show there. It was like Flo Rida, Alan Walker. So we did this show in like the middle of the desert. I don't know where it was, like Ambi Valley or something like that. So I did this show, and trust me when I say the Indian crowd is so passionate that when you perform for them, they are, listen, even if they won't know your songs, if this music makes a move, they can groove, they'll follow you till the end. They're an amazing crowd. So I can't wait to come out there and perform this song for them.
And I'm just going to come and eat.
Trust me, Indian people, they love to feed. Isn't that true, dude?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. It's 100% true. I mean, I would cook dishes for you, man. I would get it in the studio for you.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So you gotta come. Yeah, but you gotta come to India. I don't know whether it'll happen in 2021 or 2022, but whenever, come to India.
Oh my God, I'm dying to come. Like, that's the sad thing with this virus was all the tours, everything cancelled. Oh.
I was in India last March, man. I was in India last March, and this March was a complete different story. It makes no sense, man. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like the polar opposite.
Yeah, and to think, I never thought something like this was actually, this is like something out of a movie, which is insane.
Yeah, it's a movie. Sometimes I wake up in the morning thinking, oh, did I dream that? And I'm like, no, I'm living it. I'm still living it.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty crazy. Wow.
Okay, Guys, I've got something prepared for you. All right.
Great.
So because I had enough time on my hand, I actually learned a little bit of ukulele, and yes, I was thinking if you guys could join and sing with me if Lion Sleeps Tonight. All right. That's an easy
Okay.
song. Everybody knows that song.
Right.
The Lion Sleeps Tonight from The Lion King.
Oh,
I
I don't
don't
know.
really know that song.
It's the easiest.
Honestly, I've never been a fan of Lion King like that. But let's do it, man. Tell me some lines, and we'll get it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's song.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right, okay. So,
All right.
okay. So, what we can do is, that's
Thanks
it.
for believing in us, man.
All right,
Fair.
all right. So, that's it. You can start with the Wimberway. All right, and then you can start singing this. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I pulled up the lyrics. So,
Oh my God, you're so crafty.
yeah. All right. A wimble, a wimble, a wimble, go.
In
The jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Wimble, a wimble, a wimble, a wimble, a wimble, a wimble. Yes.
I absolutely couldn't hear Tara at all.
this is a
I
good
couldn't.
three different time zones and three different times we were born in.
That's insane to think about how we're in a different time zone. Tara, what time is it over there?
It is 4:00 in the afternoon.
4 o'clock. I never know where you are, like in Paris or London.
Yeah, I'm in London now. Just a little bit out the countryside, you know.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
What's the time in Miami right now?
It's 11 a.m. right now, man.
Oh damn!
Damn. What time did
But
you
it's
get?
like, so for this, I got up at 8. I've been getting up at 11 o'clock every day.
We could have seen you in your pajamas.
Yeah, but I had to change. I was like, you know what? I can't let them see me like this. Just keeping it real.
This is fantastic. All right, we're coming to the end of this conversation. This has been a blast. I absolutely had a blast.
Appreciate it.
But
Thank you.
yeah,
Me too.
but I've got one question for both of you all. Let's start with Tara here. Tara, what's the one thing that you want to do once everything is over? All right, once the pandemic is down, everybody's healthy, everybody's immune to this. What's the one thing that you want to do?
See my parents. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed my dad's birthday, which did.
Oh, damn.
Yo, me too, in March. I missed my dad's birthday.
Dude, what day?
March 26th.
Oh, 17.
You too? No, just kidding.
Yeah,
Bro, you do realize me and Tara have never met in our lives. Like,
This
this
is
is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, my dad's Irish. He was born on St. Patrick's Day, and I would always
Wow.
sit with him. And you know, it's kind of hard not seeing him. And my cousin, my favourite cousin, Angela, is a doctor on the front line, and she's she's losing a lot of people every day. So it's really, really, really hard working 6 days a week. And I just want to give her a massive hug. Like,
Yeah.
What's up with you, Dasu? What's the first thing that you want to do once everything is done?
Well, the first thing is that, like, so I was raised in Hong Kong, man. So my whole family lives there, you know. And my brother is gonna have a baby soon, his first baby, you know. And me and my brother are best friends. And like, I hope I can go see the delivery of the child, you know. And like, that's a big thing for me, you know. It's like a life-changing experience. So I want to be a part of that family, you know. I want to be there. So that's a big thing for me. And like, just celebrate with family, you know. Like, maybe like come to India, sit with you guys, have lunch, have dinner, somewhere we took for granted, you know what I mean? And just like enjoy, celebrate life. I think we get so caught up in like the whole lifestyle of the way we are, like what people may say, people may think. I think I've put that behind me during this quarantine and just want to live and enjoy everything, you know, around me that I took for granted. Like going to the pool or going outside, just shopping without a mask or like washing hands 24/7. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't even be around people like 6 feet of a difference. Like it's, I don't know. It's just, I want to enjoy things more. That's my main goal. Like I just want to enjoy things more. I'd say that. What about you, man? What do you want to do?
Yeah, my lifestyle actually did not change a bit. I mean, I was always a person who used to sit inside, and I was doing my work. I was sketching, I was drawing, I was playing the uke. But the only thing that I miss is actually I miss my partner. She's not with me in this city. She immediately went back home. So that's one thing that I'm actually missing a lot. I wish she just comes back as fast as possible. Yeah. And then I'm not gonna let her out of my sight even for a minute. Like we're gonna be like joined by the hip.
Yeah. Well, invite us to the wedding.
110%. The minute she agrees to marrying me and say a yes, so probably I would invite y'all.
Right here, he invited us. He can't take it back anymore.
I am no backseas here. No backseas. 110%. I will invite y'all.
Plus, Indian weddings are the best.
I haven't actually been to an Indian wedding in Delhi yet, so.
No, I haven't. Only in London. And guys, I have to tell you, because of this this global pandemic, I'm making a special re-releasing, I should say, my single "I Need a Miracle" in conjunction with UNICEF. I'm becoming an official UNICEF supporter.
Wow. Congrats.
UNICEF through this crisis, because actually UNICEF's been running for 74 years, and this is the worst global crisis we've ever faced, more than the Second World War. So it really puts things into perspective, and like you said, like everybody priorities about life and now we think about what matters most, which is family health and looking after each other, and the community is coming back. You know, that's a beautiful thing that's happened from this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess now there's a common thing we all have amongst communities, which brings us together, hopefully more than ever, you know, so maybe this could be a change into a positive direction.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you for everything you do, obviously.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, let me just tell everybody who's watching this, this is 100 stars, 100 hours. This is an initiative by the Fever FM company where we are actually raising funds for people who are on the front line for fighting COVID-19. Every single detail where you can go ahead and pay for the PM Care funds, where you can go ahead and scan the QR code, you can make donations, would be on the screen. And that was Tara up there, and that's Dasu right here. Go ahead and check out their new song, which is Skeleton. Absolutely fantastic. And from London, from Miami, and from Delhi, New Delhi, India, we did this call. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the show. Thank you so much for this video.
Thank you.
You all stay safe, and you all have a great time. Bye-bye.
Oh, you too.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Love you.
Hi guys, it's me RJ Ada, and you are watching 100 Hours, 100 Stars, a tribute to the COVID warriors. And there are stars, there are superstars, legends who are a part of this, people who we look up to, get inspired, who bring a smile on our faces, and they're all here telling you to be together and fight this together and saying thank you to all our COVID warriors. So if you like what you see, then do like, share, comment and subscribe, and of course, stay safe. Thank you.